Hi, everyone. Welcome to our virtual Meet the Teacher. I am Christy Louth, and I'm the resource room teacher at Benny. I know this year is going to be so different than any year I have experienced. So we really have to work as a team and work together to make this successful for your children. So a little bit about me. Most of you know me. This is my 19th year teaching in Allen Park schools. I've taught special ed and first grade. I have two children, Ellie, who is a freshman this year, and Sam, who is in sixth grade. They both go to Allen Park Public Schools too. They went to Benny. We live in Allen Park. This is a picture of us during quarantine. It was our front porch picture, so I thought that was kind of fun to share. So how it's going to work for the resource room, I will be meeting with your child in a small group, just like I would as if we were at Benny. It's going to be 2 days a week, and it will be at the same time. Now, if I see your child for reading and math, it will be 4 days a week. It will be 2 reading and 2 math time slots, I should say. So we will be working on their goals to help them. We will be working on activities to help them reach their IEP goals. So I am talking to their classroom teachers to make sure that they're not missing an important lesson. I don't want them to miss their reading instruction or a math lesson or an important team building activity. So keeping that in mind, I am scheduling all of these small group lessons around the teacher schedules. So your child's time with me might be during a brain break. It might be in the last few minutes of their lunch, because their lunch is an hour. It might be that first time in the day at 8 o'clock in the morning. Or it might be during their work time, like when the teacher does their little lesson and then gives them some work time. That might be when I'll pull them. So I'm really doing the best I can to make sure that they are not missing their important instruction from their teachers. So I did pass out some materials that may or may not be useful over the next 5 weeks. They were the materials in a Ziploc type bag, kind of a meshy plastic bag. So if you could have those handy, if your child could have them nearby during their Zoom meetings with me, and then they could also have paper, pencil. I put a whiteboard marker in there and a whiteboard if they have one. It would just be nice if they had that stuff ready to go, because our time, I have so many meetings, our time blocks pretty tight. So if they are spending the first 5 minutes looking for different materials, that will kind of cut into some of their time. So if they could just kind of keep their stuff handy like they would at school in a basket, or keep all those items in that pouch nearby their computer. So this kind of going back to the Zoom lessons, the Zoom meetings, the code is on here. The Zoom code will also be on our Google Classroom. Please make sure that your child is on time for Zoom. So they'll have to leave their regular classroom Zoom, or hopefully it'll be, like I said, when they're not on a Zoom, and then log into mine. And they might sit in the meeting room for the first couple times for a few minutes. So if I have a 9 to 9:30 group and then a 9:30 group and your child logs in at 9:28, I might be finishing up with my prior group. So they'll just be sitting in it's called the waiting room. So if you see that, don't be surprised. It's just because I'm finishing up with the group before them. So here are the directions to get onto Google Classroom. A lot of you did this in the spring. You have to log in using their 2001 email. You can't use your Gmail or another email account. It needs to be the student's. And then you will go to the plus sign. And then when you go to the plus sign, this is the class code that you are going to plug in there. It's N2C34GS. So this will be our Google Classroom for the whole year, or for the whole distance learning year. And on there, I am not going to be putting extra homework. I'm not putting extra Zoom or extra links to programs. It will really just be a place where my schedule is for you guys to see, and the Zoom link. And thinking about Zooms, this is kind of different, even though what we did in the spring. I mean, our whole class day is set up on this Zoom platform. So it's really important that kids are up prior to class and they've eaten breakfast. They are in school clothes. They're not laying in bed or, rolling around on the ground. They're not playing a video game in the background. There shouldn't be the TV blaring and, multiple things going on around them. If you can find a spot like a kitchen table or a basement table or a desk or somewhere where they can feel like they're at school. I've seen people use those divider, like partition type things, so kids can kind of have distractions lessened by that. That could be helpful. Children should not be playing with like extra buttons or changing their backgrounds while the teachers are talking. If you need to connect with me, the best way to reach me is through email. I will definitely be checking it throughout the day. Please, if you have any questions or if you're confused about something, please reach out to me because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help support you. Our annual IEPs will be held on Zoom. It's really important to get parent participation over this virtual format because we really want your input, just like we do with all IEPs, but we will try to work with your schedule too to make sure that you can be there. I just want you guys to know that teachers are feeling a little bit worried about this. Parents are, students are, so we're all kind of, we're in this together. I'm a parent too. I'm working. My husband's working. My kids have to figure this stuff out too. So we will do this together. So we just have to kind of take a deep breath and know that we've got each other's backs and, we're really here to help the children. So please reach out to me if you have any questions, concerns. Let me know how I can help you. And I am looking forward to seeing all of your children